What's up?
It's hot as fuck out here.
Yeah, I played some tennis today, and that was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I felt as bougie as I did 3 hours ago.
How was tennis?
It was fun. I think I want to actually try doing it more because I feel like it's a nice way to rehabilitate my leg. There's a court right down the road from my house. It's in a public park, so I don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, tennis isn't that bougie.
No, but tennis feels bougie. What's more? I mean, croquet is more bougie, obviously.
Well, golf is the bougiest.
I think croquet is bougier than golf.
I think they're comparable, but I think so you need your grass to be mowed a specific way to play golf, but you basically can do croquet just about anywhere because the balls are big enough.
Well, the thing is, if you were talking about owning a golf course versus owning somewhere you can play croquet, golf course is infinitely more bougie, but if we're talking about just playing it, if you are the kind of person, it takes more money, I think, to reach a place. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Golf clubs cost a shitload of money.
Yeah, I would say croquet is posher, but not necessarily bougier.
Yeah. Listen, it's the game that they played in the music video for fucking, oh my god, what's the My Chemical Romance song that I'm thinking of? Thank you. Yes.
Classic emo song name, I'm Not Okay. I'm so glad that...
Wait, hold on. But the question is, do you promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay.
Every once in a while, so I was not big into a lot of pop punk when I was the age where I would be listening to a lot of pop punk. But I listened to a fuck ton of My Chemical Romance because they're actually good.
Have you listened to the Fun Point episode about them?
I have not. I don't even listen to Fun Point. Also, don't know what Fun Point is.
Oh, Fun Point is the podcast by friends of the show and former guests, Brooks and Eddie, where each week one of them picks an album for the other one to listen to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this week they did AJJ's Knife Man. Last week was Streetlight Manifesto's Everything Goes Numb. Before that was Del the Funky Homo Sapiens,
sure.
Deltron 3030.
Sure.
It's fucking good as hell.
Nice.
They did Knife Man this week, and a couple of weeks ago they did fucking, what the fuck?
A My Chemical Romance song?
Yeah, fucking 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Oh,
Jesus.
Shit. Yeah, no, absolutely. The Black Parade was my favorite, but 3 Cheers.
I like Dead. Dead is a good song.
It's a good song. I would say Black Parade was the best album in that genre that came out that year, or ever probably. I think it's such a good emo rock opera, you know.
I am fully with you.
Hey, you got a motorcycle. You've got a gang of motorcycles.
Yeah, I do.
It's fucking insane.
They're still going.
Oh my god, it's like Mad Max out there. You know? Like the movie Mad Max?
Oh, like the movie Mad Max?
Yeah, outside of your apartment is like the movie.
Yep, that's exactly. I live in the desert wasteland.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This podcast is actually coming to you from only about 10 years in the future. It doesn't take long to get to this point. Once the levee breaks, it only took us about 6 years to reach Mad Max.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Welcome to Fear Rating, everyone. It's your number one apartment furnished with Own a Hole podcast.
Fun. Yeah. Here's a wall you can really
the Own a
get
Hole
your
is
dick into.
The Own a Hole is included in the rent.
Yeah. That's why it's an extra, like, $50 a month. It's because you can fuck the wall.
How you doing? I'm Sarah.
I'm Blair. I'm good. How are you doing?
I've been trying to, like, make sure to insert the tagline when I do this podcast now, because I keep forgetting to. I don't know if we have a tagline, but it's a pair of queer idiots talking about horror movies.
Yeah.
That's our podcast.
Yep, that's us. Just
That's us.
dumb as shit, gay as hell, and loving spooky shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's the let's talk about some upcoming horror movie news.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, let's do
I
it.
know we've been talking about it nonstop, but the fucking Halloween, not like it's not like a prequel or it's neither a prequel nor a remake. It's just
It's kind
the
of a
Halloween movie.
sequel, but not. It's like
Yeah,
it is. I think once a movie comes out that is like chronologically after the first movie, no matter which one it is in the series, it's still a sequel.
yeah. Okay, that tracks.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Other upcoming horror movies includes Predators, which was out this week.
Sure.
Or is it The Predator? Oh, it's The Predator. Sorry.
A movie I have no interest in seeing.
I might check it. I don't know. Like, I've actually not seen. And we should watch a Predator at some point, I feel like.
You think so?
I could watch a Predator.
I don't know. I feel like it's too...
Action movie?
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like I don't give action movies a fair shake. And I should. So maybe as a challenge to myself, we should watch it.
I'd be down for that.
Fuck yeah. We're making plans here. We're growing our brand. Expanding our horizons. This is what podcasting is all about.
Also out recently is The Nun.
Oh yeah, I have heard. I mean, basically what I expected from it, which is to say, it is garbage
shit?
fire.
So you're lining up to see it then, huh?
So, but it's a fun it's a garbage fire you want to see, because it's a garbage fire someone poured gasoline on, and like you're just kind of walking across the street. But then you watch someone pour gasoline on it, and you're like, geez, wow, I wonder where this is going to go. You know? That kind of garbage fire. That's at least what I've heard.
Fuck yeah.
So, the Conjuring series might get some more of my hard-earned cash. So, yeah.
Well, fuck yeah.
Anything else of note coming out or has come out or...
this movie upcoming horror movies talked about last week called The Toy Box, which is about a haunted RV.
Interesting.
That sounds like something I might want to sit down and take a look-see at.
Yeah, I like a good haunted house movie, and I like a good subversion of a genre. So, or a trope, I guess it would be in this case. So
really, what I just want is a haunted version of like the Tim Allen movie RV.
Sure.
That had JoJo, the singer.
I do remember that one. I did see that one, I think on television at one point in my life.
I have watched it at least 4 times.
Really? Why?
Yes. I mean, Blair, ask me why I've seen Captain Ron like 6 times. It's my father.
Oh, okay. I guess that's
It's
fair.
the movies that my father would watch.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad...
I do like Captain Ron, though.
Sure. Yeah, my dad just has a John Hughes fetish, so that's fine.
Oh, so he's just watching fucking 16 Candles all the time?
Yeah, or actually mostly, yeah. If basically that Ferris Bueller's, not really Breakfast Club, just whenever a John Hughes movie is on TV, he'll be like, oh, this is the rest of my day. And I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll pop in intermittently to be like, huh, all right, and then leave.
So, big gulps, huh?
Huh?
So, John Hughes, huh?
Yeah.
I'm making a Dumb and Dumber reference.
Oh, sure. A movie I've not seen.
Okay, well, sorry for assuming you were cultured.
Yeah, you should apologize for that. You know me well enough to know that I've never seen a single movie in my life.
Speaking of movies neither of us have ever seen, we watched Deep Dark this week.
So if anyone has gripes about us watching this movie, tweet at my boyfriend at Puppet Motel on Twitter because he's the one who's like, hey, you should watch this movie. And then we watched the movie. And we sure did watch the movie.
Yeah, this movie was... Well, first and foremost, I can say it was a movie. I think I liked it.
I definitely liked it. It definitely like so it was surrealist, which I think a lot of horror movies get put into surreal, like that sort of category. I wouldn't say it's like a traditional horror movie, but I would.
It's only really scary based on like the concept because the rest of it plays out just like.
But I really don't know what other category I would put. Drama, maybe.
It's a romantic drama. This is just a tragic love story it's a tragic love triangle or a tragic love square, except for one of the points in the square is a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of like the source of the quote unquote horror.
Yeah, it's a high strangeness sort of take on it.
Yeah.
Drama, which I think it kind of earns its place, having high strangeness to it in the sort of
definitely.
Horror category. Even though it's not super scary. Well, there's tension there, for sure.
There's tension and, like, the weirdness of the wall hole.
Right.
Is also...
Yeah, so we watched Deep Dark.
But, like, the only time any real horror is in, like, the last 10 minutes of the movie, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. But I think...
When that dude gets turned into a human Slurpee.
Yeah, but I think the overall unknown of this hole in the wall that talks...
and nuts.
Yeah, and nuts. Okay, so I would say, I've like a horror drama, romantic horror drama. But I'm looking. So I pulled up the IMDb article for it just to like, I was looking for what year it came out, which is 2015. But the poster for this movie is way scarier than the movie itself. Because it's like a hole in the wall with like blood like splatter around it and handprints, and like the hole has teeth. So which is false advertising as far as I'm concerned. There's no holes with teeth. It's mostly an allegory for a pussy if it's an allegory for anything.
On IMDb it says more movies like this. Ava's Possessions.
Yep, which
one of our first episodes.
Yeah, one of our earlier episodes, and yeah, I would say this is if you. I would say not necessarily if you liked Ava's Possessions, you'll like this, but I think they have a similar sort of energy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm living proof of that. I didn't really like Ava's Possessions very much. That was one of the first times I remember us like actually disagreeing on a movie take.
Yeah.
And then, like, but I still like this a lot.
Right, yeah. But you would say that they have a similar sort of, like, strangeness energy to them.
Yeah, I think so. Because Ava's Possessions is a lot about, like, about her, like, recovering from a hybridization of trauma and addiction. And it's just kind of, like, it's just played like a movie about someone recovering from trauma/addiction, except for the trauma/addiction is possession.
Right, yeah.
Which is just like, it's just very similar to this one. It's a very traditional storyline with a huge fucking monkey wrench thrown into it.
Yeah, it's so our the opening scene of this movie, I do want to talk about it because I'm a little confused about it. And maybe we can make sense of it if we talk about it together. We wake up to this man who does not show up again later, in the middle of a nightmare, where he's pulling a chain out of his stomach.
And he unplugs his tummy drain.
Yeah, and then he starts screaming and like wailing and stuff until the woman sleeping next to him wakes him up and is like, okay, well, you're not dying, so I'm turning the light off. And then she turns the light off, and then we get the actual first like character introduction. The hole, I guess, and pulling something out of a hole is a motif, can we say? I would not call it a theme because it's not really meaning particularly anything, but it is a motif in this movie. I don't really know what this nightmare means. I don't know who's having it and how it relates to the rest of it. It just seems kind of like like Pixar has their short films before the rest of their movie, like the action.
Yeah, this felt like a dream installment of like, okay, well that was some freaky imagery. It felt kind of a little bit like a wraparound in an anthology horror movie.
Sure, yeah. And I don't really want to belittle it because I don't understand it. But it did definitely confuse me, and I felt like I was going to understand it later. Or maybe these characters are actually in the movie and I just didn't recognize them later. It's really hard to say. But in any case, then we get our narrative.
This movie isn't dimly lit or anything, of course.
Right. But also I'm just really bad at recognizing faces.
Right, no, I'm saying I don't blame you. I'm saying that I was having a hard time discerning faces too. This movie does feel dimly lit sometimes.
Yeah. So
I was employing sarcasm.
Oh, I see. I understand now. It all makes sense now.
Now you finally sleuthed it.
Gotcha. Okay, so our main character is named Herman. He is an artist. He talks about how his first memory is seeing his parents hang a mobile over his head, and that's all he makes as an artist. Is he makes mobiles out of like scraggly wire and like coils and stuff, and they're really ugly looking. Yeah,
they look like dog shit.
Yeah, this is coming from someone who likes art that I think a lot of people would consider not necessarily like high skill art. I like a lot of contemporary art that is very strange and not necessarily aesthetically attractive.
Basically like shit out of the MoMA.
Right. I really, really like that shit. I think a lot of art culture is really fucked, but I think the product that's being put out into the world.
This movie, the person who made this movie had a lot of things to say about art culture.
Yeah, and a lot of things to say about gender in art culture, which I do want to get into as well. Once that becomes relevant. But I would say these are complete dog shit, and I don't even know what he's doing. It's not even well balanced. They're just kind of messy and overwhelming. It's bad, and so naturally, he struggles to make any money off of his art. He keeps putting his pieces in shows, and they're not selling. And his mom is like, "We need you to make money," because he's living with his mom right now. "We need you to make money so we can keep the house, because if I'm providing all of the income, but I have to support two people, that just doesn't work." So, and he's all like, "Well, this is the only thing I'm good at." Debatable. But
so, citations needed.
Citation definitely needed. But he's like, she talks to him. She says, "Excuse me.
Are you gonna do the accent?"
No, that was me burping.
Okay, I thought you were preparing stealing yourself.
No, I don't
like that the fucking hot diggity demon about to say something racist picture, but Blair about to say something Italian.
Yeah, no, I you will never see me do an accent on this show because I don't trust myself not to make it racist by accident. So
poor blimey.
Or just fuck it up entirely, completely lose control of my voice, and
that'll happen.
And just do
get lost in the accent,
right?
Just
or make noises with my mouth that has never been made by another human being before, and then I get hauled away by the government because I discovered the secret language of the Illuminati or something. So I just try to.
That happens a lot.
It would happen. It happens more than you would think it would, So,
So yeah, he's like, "Well, shit, I gotta make a big impression." And then we made the other major players, the other major players in this love square, who are Devora and what was the fucking other dude's name?
Oh, so we have Devora, and then we have just this other shithead artist. His name is, I don't think really matters. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, he shows up a lot.
Is it Joel? Is his name Joel? I think his name might be Joel.
That sounds accurate. Then there's also the guy who's selling art on the street.
Yes, who is named in the credits as Art Hustler, so he doesn't really have a name.
Yeah.
So he's putting his art in this gallery, and nobody's paying attention to it. This guy Joel talks shit to him. He's like, I hate artists who spend like a bunch of time on their art. Art should come like a lightning, like a strike of lightning or whatever.
Yeah, like lightning strike. And
Yeah.
It should take absolutely no effort and just happens in a flash.
Yeah.
You can't bottle that.
Yeah. Okay, dude. Herman's all pissed about this. And then he walks by the art hustler who tells him the story about a friend of his who was an artist who couldn't make anything that anybody liked, and who eventually like lost his mind, I guess, and then chopped off his fingers. And then the hustler is like, yeah, and I guess he's a lot happier now. You know, he's getting government checks and his brother's looking after him. So yeah, but I could never really sell his art. And Herman is like, great. I love that. I love to hear stuff like that.
Gonna chop off me fingies.
And then Herman later does another art piece. I think this is before he calls his uncle, where he like, which I actually think was cool, but nobody in the movie seemed to like it. Where he like hoists himself up as a, like sort of an object in the mobile, and it's called like Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And he's got like these IV bags filled with his own blood, and I would assume sweat and tears. And
a very pungent cocktail, to be sure.
Yes, absolutely. And it looks cool, but it seems very poorly made because, he at least has never tested it before, because the thing happens is he falls down from it and blood is sprayed everywhere.
Gets everyone's clothes and also
gets on everyone's
all of the
artwork,
art.
yeah, and everyone else, yeah, and Devora is like pissed at him, and he has the gall to like beg her after he got his like human blood all over her. I mean, she was being kind of snotty to him, but he got his human blood all over her, and he's like, give me 2 weeks. I want to present you with something, and if you hate it, I will quit doing art completely. And she's like, whatever, you go do that. So he calls up his uncle, who his mom told him to call, because he's made money off of doing art, though Herman thinks he's a hack because he's like, oh, he just designs all these jewelry pieces and then outsources it to places where he pays them basically pennies. So it's like total exploitation or whatever, which is valid. But he calls up his uncle, and his uncle is like, oh, I will give you, why don't you go to my old apartment that I used to live in before I bought this whole apartment complex. It's where I got my first spark of inspiration. It's $800 a month. And Herman's like, I don't have $800 a month. Can I just do like 400 2 weeks? He's like, sure. And he moves to the apartment complex. And the woman who greets him, the building manager, Layla, it's like the best like comedic thing, I guess, in like this movie. She like keeps taking him down the the line of apartments to where like the trash is kept, and just hands him the keys and is like, yep, it's just around the corner. And he's paying like $800 a month for actually pretty decent square footage, but
it looks like shit.
It looks like shit. It's like,
that's $800 for a studio, which is like, I mean, you take what you can get, but not a studio, but like,
I mean, $800 for a studio in the cities, the Twin Cities here, that's really standard. So
yeah, fair.
Yeah. So I imagine it must be like way more expensive out east, but I don't know. I'm not looking for rent for apartments out east. But it's like there's like mold in the walls probably, and like rats probably everywhere. It looked like wallpaper is peeling off the walls, and like there's like water stains everywhere. And there's just a mattress on the floor, which I, speaking as me as a person, would not. I mean, even if I had no money, I would at least try to like crowdfund a new mattress for myself rather than sleep on what is probably an old diseased mattress that is definitely going to give me illnesses, like several illnesses.
That's the kind of mattress you sleep on and like you wake up with a disease that like stopped existing in the 1800s.
Right, exactly. No,
like,
totally.
Oh shit, I slept on this thing and I had the Spanish influenza.
Yeah.
I have cholera. What the fuck?
No, totally. No, exactly. Yeah, he buys like instant noodles for 14 days. He numbers them off for 1 through 14 for the 2 weeks he's going to be spending there, and it's just a disaster. He can't produce anything that he actually enjoys, or that doesn't look like hog shit. Like, he tries to attach like hot dogs to one, and which inspired me to say this movie is just like a highbrow Freddy Got Fingered, and it is, and I still hold that opinion.
Yeah, I got really mad when you said that, but like, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. It's but until da 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 da. His wall, he moves. So there's this painting of a peacock on his wall, and it's kind of at a skew at an angle. And he's like, "This is bothering me. I've lived here almost 2 weeks, but only now I'm gonna adjust it. Fine." So he adjusts the peacock on the wall, and it moves back to where it was before. And he's like, "This is curious." And he moves it back into place, and it moves back. So he takes it off the wall completely, and he finds a little hole there. And he's like, okay. And then the hole starts talking to him.
Yeah.
And
the hole like makes him kiss her.
Yeah. Well, he starts first. Like a string comes out of the wall, and he pulls it out, and it's got a little note, and it says, "I can help." And he pulls out another one, and it says, "Touch me." So he does. It just kind of like gently finger bangs the wall. Not really. He just kind of like.
He basically finger bangs the wall.
Well, in this first one, no. He just kind of like.
Oh no, you're right. Sorry,
he just kind of touches the rim of it, basically. But you know, and which has another string come out of it, and it's like this very organic looking fleshy pod that he like uncovers, and there's like just this like round thing in it, and we don't really understand how this comes into play with the mobiles he's making really exactly, because nothing that is on them really looks like these things that are coming out of it. But I don't think that's really the point. You know, it's that it's very much this hole in the wall is birthing artistic creations.
Right out the wussy.
Yeah, artistic creations for this dude.
Just steamrolling past that word choice, huh?
I mean, it's not inaccurate, so I'm not gonna like chastise you for it. Like, yes, I endorse the wussy. I think it's as good as a word as anything else.
Can we put a stamp on the cover art for this week's episode that just says like wussy endorsed? Like parental advisory content, wussy endorsement. Mm-hmm.
This time or a bit earlier, I think I may have skipped over by accident. The building manager, Layla, comes around, and
Layla wants to fucking smash.
Yeah, like hardcore, and I don't get it, because this guy, I mean, I guess he's an artist or whatever, and that has its own like sex appeal, but he looks like shit. He's not unattractive per se, but he is definitely not taking care of himself super well. But she's like, hey,
yeah, he looks like kind of like a. Like, This is like a weird pull. I'm gonna double check, make sure I'm getting his name correct before I actually say it.
Okay.
He kind of okay, yes, I got the name right. He kind of looks like a really shitty, really, really tired Rob Morrow.
Okay, let me Google Rob Morrow. Kind of.
Sorry, yeah. No, not Rob Morrow. Sorry, I got him confused with the other guy from Numbers, David Krumholtz.
Oh, okay, David Krumholtz. I guess I see it.
He looks like a bargain bin David Krumholtz who hasn't showered in 2 weeks.
Yeah, totally.
A David Krumholtz you couldn't fuck.
So yeah, she brings him a peach pie. She's like, I accidentally made you another pie, which is like the most transparent thing I've ever heard in my life. Which is, it's supposed to be, obviously, but it's like, I was still like, how do you accidentally make another pie? I want to be the kind of person who accidentally makes another pie so I can just have another pie to enjoy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I put 1 pie in the oven, but 2 came out. Whoopsie, now I have to eat 2 pies. It's such a burden to have 2 pies I get to eat. But, yeah.
That just sounds like a Super Mega Comics text box.
Yeah.
Such a burden to have 2 pies that I get to eat.
So she's like, yep, I'll be coming back later for the pie plate, but enjoy. And he's like, okay, and closes the door. Then he tries to bring his new mobile over to, what's her name again?
Devora. It's just like the Mortal Kombat character.
And, she's basically like, go fuck yourself. And he's like, okay, bye. And walks by the street, the art hustler again. And he's like, presents him with his little creation in the box. And he's like, yeah, you can try to sell this, whatever. The art hustler pulls it out, and like immediately a crowd starts forming. Starts bidding on it, and then Devora comes out, and like is like, I bid $2,000, and then apologizes to Herman for being like, I was a dick to you, and he was like, yes, apology accepted, thank you for the money. And then she's like, I want to show more of your stuff at my next art gallery in a month. Can you make more? He's like, yes. And
I can make 4 of those.
Yes. And then thus begins the hole in the wall, and Herman and Devora's, and kind of Joel is kind of there. Their weird thing. Herman and the Hole start making a whole bunch of stuff, and talking sweetly to one another. And Herman is bringing in the dough, and it's awesome until the Hole is like, hey, sorry, I really can't produce anything high quality because I need to get banged super bad.
Yeah, I need you to fuck my wussy.
Yeah, and Herman's like, yeah, I just kind of wanted this to be a professional thing. And
then she's like, just plug my wussy, please.
Yeah.
He busts. He busts right in that pussy.
He super does. And gets something great as a result.
In the drussy, the drywall pussy, the drussy.
And he gets something great as a result, but also, there's this tension because like it's a hole in the wall that he's been talking to, sure, but he's not like, it's not the object of his desires or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What he wants to do is like bang the flesh person, Devora.
Yeah, and he does.
He does. He goes
to an art gallery, and he says, "Hey, Devora, your art that you made, the art that you have made with your 2 hands is fucking garbage. But let's fuck."
And then she's like, "Sure." I feel like this movie says so much about male artists, even though Herman is kind of the guy who's like being a little bit manipulated by this whole. But at the same time, it's like, it's producing things for him, but he's still like, yeah, but also, like, obviously nobody has an obligation to be in any sort of relationship with anybody, but he's also like, yeah, I don't really want to, like, give back to this relationship at all, but I still want to continue to profit off of it, so is that okay?
Yeah.
Basically. And,
I didn't much like the way that it painted Devora too much, if I'm being honest.
well, I feel like the thing is, every character in this movie is heightened stereotypes
That's true.
in say
That's very true.
a romantic drama, which is probably why Devora behaves the way she does. You know?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
The lie detector determined that was in fact a true.
So I guess the rest of the movie, it's not super plot heavy. Joel comes by and is like, hey, he's fucking his wall. I wonder what's up with that. And the Hole and Herman have an argument, and Herman storms out. Oh, because Devora came by and, like, had a conversation with the Hole, and she was all, oh, wait, also, at one point, I think the Hole fucking murders Layla or something. Right? Does that happen, or did I totally imagine that?
I don't remember it happening.
Because, like, Layla comes in to poke around, and then she's not in the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I think it's I pull the curtain back a little bit. I was sobering up a little bit from some midday fun times while we were watching this movie. So my comprehension was not 100%, but like, yeah, she just disappears.
Yeah, because she like looks into the Hole, who's like playing a movie.
Oh yeah, it splooges in her face.
Yeah. And then she's gone. You know,
Yeah.
whether she died or whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, so Joel goes over and he gets fucking gutsed again.
Well, yeah. So he like goes over, tries to like see this, and then him and Herman get into a fight. Herman pushes him against the wall, and then the Hole sucks out his entrails from his like lower spine. And I'm like,
yeah, okay,
dope, kind of. That's awesome.
Choose your fighter. Chuck Palahniuk's Guts, Found Us Nation 4, or this.
Yeah. Deep Dark 2015.
Yes.
And so now this movie has a body count, which is cool.
Yeah.
And well, Joel was like visibly jealous of Herman throughout like the
extremely. Like, he like showed up drunk to one of Devora's parties because he wasn't Devora's hot new play toy for the time at the moment.
Yeah.
So he's just like, meh, I'm jealous, and then joke's on him. He got fucking spaghetti slurped out his back.
Yeah. And then Devora shows up, and she and the Hole have a conversation, and then the Hole is basically like, I've made everything, and I'll continue to make everything and make you money. You just have to stay away from Herman. And Devora's like, no, I don't think so. And she and Herman have a talk, Devora and Herman, and Herman's basically like, the Hole, she hasn't touched anything, hasn't laid a finger on anything, which is true, because she doesn't have fingers.
I got that.
Yeah.
I did get that.
Herman sort of confesses to Devora that everything is like, she's like, actually there is a woman in my apartment, but she's not my girlfriend, but she is a hole in my wall who like gives me things, so I haven't actually been making my art per se. She's been kind of just giving it to me, but she is just a hole in my wall. And then they make out. I'm like, okay. And then later Herman finds Devora in his apartment, like, this is after, like, so after this is
after Joel gets his intestines slurped out of him.
Yeah. So Joel gets his intestines slurped out of him, as we previously talked about, and then Herman plasters up all the holes in the wall because he's like, wow, this movie has a body count now.
Yeah.
Plasters up all the walls while the Hole begs him not to. And the Hole has been making additional holes around the apartment, and he plasters them all up. And once he finishes it off, Devora shows up later, and he finds her in his apartment, basically chainsawing the hole in the wall out, and she's like, I want to make my own art, and I'm gonna relocate this hole in your wall in my apartment, and I'm gonna have it make art for me. And there's like blood gushing out where she's chainsawing, and like the hole in the wall is in like obvious pain. And Devora and Herman get into a scuffle, which results in Devora's fingers getting cut off.
Yeah, so extremely just a parallel of the dude who cut his own fingers off.
Right, yeah.
And she just like opens and she just like calmly opens and shuts the door, and leaves without her fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
Which like we were arguing about this a little bit during the movie, but like if that happens to me, I immediately take my fingers with me to the doctor because I'll be like, hey, can you put these back on, please?
Well, it's like a thing of where, like, so you want to get away from the person with the chainsaw, right? Because your fingers came off because of the person with the chainsaw. And you don't have fingers, which makes grabbing things very hard, especially, like, 8 fingers would be very hard to grab and, like, put in your pocket for later. And it's not
exactly... Yeah, you've got me there.
It's not exactly you can, you have the dexterity to, like, dial 911. She's... Also, you're losing blood, so you're probably not really thinking on your feet. If you lose a finger, then or let's say you lose all of the fingers on your left hand, or your right, depending, you at least have one hand full of fingers to grab the additional fingers.
One hand full of fingers that is not extremely in pain.
Right, exactly. But this is a whole 8 fingers, every finger except for the thumb situation.
Yeah, sliced right the fuck off.
Uh-huh. And
then the hole in the walls also just dies.
Yeah, then it's dying, and it's like this heartfelt moment where it's like, dying. Suddenly Herman is like, you meant so much to me, please don't go, I'll do anything to save you. Because both of the, like, women in his life that were providing anything for him are now gone. Well, the first one was, like, flesh woman, like, is definitely not going to talk to him again because her fingers are gone because of him. And also now this thing that's been, like, providing him art, like, his only other thing, is now gone. So it's like, hoisted by my own petard, my own male hubris has fucked me over yet again. I think is kind of the thesis of this movie. I think it has a lot to do with kind of the parasitic way, almost that, like, male artists feed off of the women in their life. Because as soon as he, like, quote unquote becomes good at art, he, like, talks down to Devora about her art. As if he has any room to speak, because the stuff he's able to create independently is dog shit. But has the gall to tell her that it's like, oh, this looks... Well, I mean, he doesn't know it was her who made it, but still, he's like, oh, this looks like it was made by a 3-year-old. Like, it's not even, like, horrifying in an interesting way, you know? Like, really fun things you want to hear on a date.
Yeah.
About your art. And then wholesale taking funds and, like, credit for the art that the whole is making, and not even wanting to really provide the thing that it wants in return, which I guess is a high thing to ask, but I think it's more of a metaphor for just, like, any sort of, like, emotional or, like, intimacy, you know, any sort of, the idea that you owe anything to someone is debatable, but I think it's definitely a case of, like, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
you know?
You just cannot be. You can't. I'm not one to say that, like, you owe sex or anything, but, like,
right.
To just, like,
I don't think that's
necessarily
what this. I don't think that's necessarily what this movie is saying either.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking like in just a strictly literal.
No. Yeah, and I totally agree. Yeah.
Like, you don't owe sex, but to repeatedly take and take and take from a relationship just makes it increasingly one-sided. And if you're not giving anything in return, well, you're just a fucking.
Yeah. It's there's and the thing is like the ego of Herman is not like overstated like the ego of Joel is. Like the first art piece of Joel's we see is him.
Yeah, you get introduced as to Herman as like this kind of like
down
nice
and out
idiot guy,
right? Yeah,
and like he like
well
Joel is just
intentioned.
everything.
Yeah,
Joel is just everything he doesn't want to be, and then he kind of. I mean, he's a very this is a weird comparison to make, but he's very Scott Pilgrim to me.
Oh, for sure. No, it's like this. Him and Joel are the two different types of like toxic male artists, where one is like 100% driven by his ego, and the other one is 100% driven by his self-loathing, but thinks that makes it okay that he's still kind of driven by his ego anyway. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's very Scott Pilgrim.
Right. Exactly. No, I think that's actually a really astute comparison.
I said something nice. I said something smart.
I love movies about art because I think they get really weird.
I liked this movie.
Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 5 wussies,
I'm gonna give
how many
this
wussies?
I'm gonna give this one a 3.5. I think.
Yeah, I'm actually... no, that's actually about where I'm leaning to. I was thinking about 4 maybe, but I think a 3.5 sets it about right where I want it to be.
It does feel pretty... I think the negative things I would say about this movie is that the pacing is weird.
Yep.
And I feel like it needed a bit more substance. Or needed to really, like, pace the events a lot better for it to feel more well-rounded. Because there are definitely, like, weird holes, and it's just the pacing is weird, and it feels about 10 years older than it actually is, because this came out in 5 to 10 years older than it actually is. This came out in 2015, and it feels like it was
it feels like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so some questions we got. We asked, hey, we're watching a movie about a dude who fucks a hole in his wall. Ask us some questions, and then you quote tweeted me on the Fear Baiting account saying it's called Deep Dark, you pleb.
Look, we have a responsibility towards accuracy.
Yeah, you're right. I made a mistake. At Foxhole Monster wants to know, if you were to find a talking hole in your wall, what's the first thing you'd do with it? And my answer is move.
A talking hole in the wall?
I move.
You
immediately.
Move?
I move.
I would maybe like talk to like some close people in my life and see if they've like noticed anything like weird about me recently, because I probably would figure like, oh, I'm going fucking bananas, you know?
Yeah. Hey, have I been like sleeping? Have I been sleeping enough lately?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. At 2200 ppm.
Oh, and secondly, I would fuck it. I just want to make that clear.
You feel like that was so obvious you didn't even bring it up until like a minute into that question.
I just felt like it was like, kind of implied, but also like I should say it, you know, just to be absolutely clear, you know?
Yeah. 2200 PM wants to know, if you get a house pregnant, what would the baby look like?
A little child in a house costume.
Okay. How does a wall provide enthusiastic consent? I mean, it can talk, so like...
Yeah. This case,
yeah.
Yeah. If it can't talk, then it's probably not sentient, so you probably don't have to worry about it. It's like putting a melon in the microwave. You don't really have to worry about that.
To say that. It's like the grapefruit technique.
Don't stick your dick in a grapefruit. You'll ruin your dick.
If the wall gets turned on and off, does the drywall become wet wall? Yes.
Yeah,
confirmed.
as observed, yes.
Yeah, and does fucking a sentient object count as losing your virginity? I'm gonna say yes.
Virginity barely exists as a concept anyway.
Yeah.
So sure, yeah, why not?
Yeah. 2200 PM also wants to know, if the hole is patched with plaster and repainted, has the wall regained its virginity? I'm gonna say no.
No.
Again, virginity is a fake concept.
Yeah, you can if you wear a chastity belt your entire life, you still fucked if you did fuck that first time.
Yeah. Did the wall lose its virginity when the hole was made or when it was filled? Like when you drilled the hole in the wall? Was that when it lost its virginity, or when you fucked it for the first time?
This is a lot of questions about wall virginity, and I think the as we said, the concept of human virginity is very nebulous. So I would
wall
say
virginity is just, I don't fucking know. The
answer to that question is up to the wall to answer that one.
Sure thing.
Let's put the power in the wall's quote unquote hands.
Last question. If a magnificent house man's son is birthed from the wall, is his child support covered by homeowner's insurance?
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, that's questions. Thank you, 2200 PM, for those questions. I liked a lot of them. Oh, God. Recommendations.
We joked while we were watching the movie that neither of us could come up with a recommendation, so we should just, casually sneak past this one. But I think...
Oops.
Whoopsie.
I've been playing Pokemon. My recommendation this week is Pokemon Moon, which I've been playing a lot lately. I mean, if you're coming to it now, pick up Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon.
Sure.
But, Pokemon Moon's a fun fucking game, and I'm having a blast playing it.
Cool. Jesus Christ. I listened to Hospice by the Antlers in the car on the way home, so that's probably not something...
Gay Tintin Hospital.
No, not that one. I can't recommend Gay Tintin Hospital. It's a deep, dark secret.
What's that?
It's a deep, dark secret.
No, before that?
I can't recommend Gay Tintin Hospital. It's a deep, dark secret.
Gay Tintin Hospital is the only thing we can recommend. Actually, I'm retroactively changing my recommendation to Gay Tintin Hospital.
I guess.
Do we have to explain Gay Tintin Hospital?
We definitely have talked about it before, and I definitely put a clip of Gay Tintin Hospital when we talked about it in whatever episode that was. So that just exists in our audio feed at some point.
Fuck yes.
But I guess, if you're in a state where you can handle a Hospice by the Antlers, listen to Hospice by the Antlers.
I've only ever listened to part of Hospice by the Antlers because it's been a while since I've been in a state to listen to Hospice by the Antlers. But to me, it's very much like Fleetwood Mac's Landslide to me, which is that you can never have... the fact that Landslide is a radio single is a fucking crime, because you need to give, enthusiastic consent about listening to Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. You can't have that sprung on you.
Right. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure Hospice by the Antlers never got any radio play.
Yeah, for the best.
For the best. It is actually a gorgeous album. I actually think
it is.
I think it's I don't even know the lead singer, but he has such a fucking fantastic falsetto. I'm super in love with it, but it is emotionally toiling. But it's also kind of cathartic in its own way. I think it's a gorgeous album, but you kind of have to be in the right headspace to be listening to it. You know, one can't just listen to Hospice by the Antlers. But yeah. So, thank you all for listening to Fear Baiting.
Thank you. If you want to check us out, we are... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, if you want to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/Fear Baiting.
You get to vote in polls, which we're going to probably put up a poll for one of the movies we're watching for Schlocktober, which is on the horizon. Sure. I was thinking about maybe we put up a sequel, one of the sequels for each of the big four franchises. We put up a Halloween sequel, a Friday the 13th sequel, a Nightmare on Elm Street sequel, and a Hellraiser sequel.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I'm down.
We'll put up a poll for that, and y'all can y'all can do your input. One other month lets you vote for that stuff. $5 a month gets you a shout out on the show and a message read on the show. Feel free to send those messages in whenever you like. And $10 a month gets your name read on the show, and also you can make us watch any movie you want. So thank you to Michael Kaiser, Sophie, the cool Sophie, Kit, and Paul Bechtel. Thank you very much for your support.
We love you so much.
We love you and cherish you.
We're
also at FearBaiting on Twitter.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at FearBaiting, on Tumblr, fearbaiting.tumblr.com. Check out our sister podcast, The Wonder Yerks. We just came out with an episode last week, and we will have another one out in another week. Not next week, but the week following. We do it bi-weekly. It is our Animorphs podcast. We read a book, and we talk about it. It's like a book club, but gayer and more screaming.
Yeah.
And you can have a glass of wine, though we do not drink wine on the show. We should start drinking wine and like talk about the wine that we're drinking on the show.
Yeah.
I'm not a big wine drinker, but I feel like that's a very distinctly book club thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. just throwing spaghetti at the wall here. If you want to find me on the internet, you can do so at Blair Kitsch on Twitter or blairkitsch.tumblr.com. I'm screaming about cartoon men, so watch me do that there.
Yep. You can check me out on Twitter at sunhatzenya. That's also where my Twitch name. Check me out on Tumblr, Chiesachanakas. And also check out my Leftism podcast that I do with a bunch of my friends. It's called Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die. That's at HKIPGTD on Twitter. And we have a blast doing that. And I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Fear Baiting. God, Schlocktober is on the fucking horizon. I could not be more excited.
Buckle up. Schedule your snacks. We'll probably release a docket, I think, before the month.
Yeah, I actually was going to talk to you. Feel free to cut this also, but I was going to ask if you thought we could make like an infographic or something for like movies and guests.
Yeah, for sure. We can absolutely do
yeah.
that. Yeah, so we'll have like a sort of like thing. So schedule your snacks thematically according to the movies that we're going to be watching. There's a lot of planning involved. I maybe I will come up with a sort of like pair what to pair with this movie that we're watching.
Yeah. Let me just say for one of them, eat some fucking candles, baby.
Oh. Don't eat candles. That's bad for your health.
Listen, Yankee Candle, fucking, just eat up their man cave scent. Just take a big chomp out of the candle.
Don't do that. This is bad advice.
This has been Fear Baiting.
We have to shut this down before...
Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
We will see you next week as, next week, let me double check, because I think next week is actually the last episode before Schlocktober. Yeah, it is.
Fuck. October is so close. That is insane.
It is. Oh my god. But until then, I've been Sadie.
I have been Blair.
And remember...
You can book it No, sure. You can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Good night, everyone.
Peace out, yo. Oh my god. I started speaking in tongues.